Hey, welcome back to Crimes and Closets. This is Beth in my closet in North Carolina.
And this is Christy in my closet in St. Louis.
Oh, and I'm a special guest. My name is Kelly, and I'm in Christy's closet in St. Louis.
Welcome, Kelly.
Hey!
Kelly's here again. She's been on another intro, right? Yeah?
Yes, last summer.
Was it intro or was it a whole thing?
No,
it was just an intro.
Okay, yeah.
We were on a girls' trip, and we sat at the kitchen table at our Airbnb, and Kelly joined us.
Right,
that was fun.
We're on the beginning of a girls' trip this time, too, because we're going to Napa in a couple
Without
days.
me.
Whoop, whoop.
Without
Yes.
me.
Oh.
Actually,
Just come.
Yeah, just come.
I'm leaving also.
Oh, right. When this drops, we will actually be leaving Napa because I will have just completed that half marathon and leaving.
Yeah.
To go home. So
I am not running in the half marathon.
Yeah.
That's all this one.
Yeah, no. She's like, I refuse to pay that money to run that long, and I don't want to.
I'll be at that finish line holding wine and cheering.
Yes.
Yeah, and a banana.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a staple. You got to do it.
They'll hand us a banana anyway, probably. So we'll just let her hand us the wine.
Yeah.
I don't like bananas at all. And I always thought that was so gross. Whenever you finish a race, they hand you this like squishy hot fruit.
Well, yeah.
Doesn't this sound delicious? Like I would like a big, giant, cold watermelon or something.
Yes. That's what's really funny is I just bought some watermelon the other day. And after one of my long training runs, I was like housing watermelon.
Yeah.
And I said that to Emery and he was like, oh my gosh, whenever he was training, which is what screwed his hip up, for his whole marathon, he was like, I would dream about watermelon, like as I was running. Cause it just always sounded so refreshing.
Yeah. We need to normalize that.
Yeah. Well, you know why they do the bananas. So, cause of like your muscles and it helps with cramps and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't ever eat it anyway. So I don't think.
No, cause it's hot and squishy.
So anyway.
Well, I hope you had a better experience buying your watermelon than I did.
Oh yeah, mine did not. I cut mine. I bought mine sliced. It's already in slices.
Smart way to go.
Yeah.
People are probably wondering what we're doing. We weren't supposed to drop an episode today, so surprise!
Haha!
Double surprise. We have an episode that we weren't supposed to have, and we have Kelly.
Oh, yay!
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like this a cherry on top of a sundae.
I know. And this one specifically is a little taste of what you would get over on Patreon if you remember, because we do an episode like what's going to happen right now over there once a month. It's called our Chit Chat.
Yes. So if you do join our Patreon for $3 a month, the link is in our bio, you will get one crime episode a month, just a normal crime like you get here every single Monday, but an extra. But the first Friday of every month, we do not do a crime. We just do a little talk and you get to know us. We talk about what we're watching, what we're buying, what we're reading, what we're listening to, just what we're doing. And it's quick, 20, 30 minutes. People really love it. They're so sweet. We always get lots of fun comments and responses from people, and we typically link all of our products and shows and all that stuff. So we thought we would come over here and surprise you guys so you could get a little taste of what that would look like, not on the crime path. So if it's not your thing, that's totally fine. But if you love it the way that we do, come and join us.
Yes.
First Friday of the month, Chit Chat over on Patreon.
We got such a nice response from our last one. That was
did.
Earlier this month.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah. I even had somebody send a message that they like binge watched the show that I recommended in like a day and a half. Yeah, it's good. I'm telling you.
It showed up in my log of things and I was like, oh, there it is. Cause I couldn't get that name right. Like every time I tried to remember the name of that show, I was like, what's it called again?
Yeah.
Happy People.
Shiny, happy people. Yep. Okay. So we have lots of things to talk about today. So what do we want to do first?
I don't know. What do you want to do products?
Yeah, let's do products. That sounds fun. All right. You want to
I've got one. Kelly came prepared with a couple and then you've got.
I'm going to blow your mind.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You know what? Let's put her in the middle or maybe at the end.
Okay.
I'll do mine. Then you do yours and then we'll throw Kelly's because this is it's going to be eye-opening.
Oh man.
Beth doesn't even know what her products are.
I don't know.
And we're like
I don't
totally messing with her, telling her they're so
yeah.
great.
Yeah. Yesterday and today.
Yeah. So, okay. So anyway, I brought one. I have it with me because I never remember my product names. Like I know I like them, but I never remember.
Yeah.
But so this is a hair product that a guy that cut my hair one time, literally once, told me about. And it's just like all of those other, well, I don't want to say just like, it's called Paul Mitchell Super Skinny Serum.
Okay.
And he put it in my hair as like, he said, like anytime it looks dry or whatever, you can put it in your hair, even dry, like not necessarily wet, but it's typically like, one of those heat protectant kind of things you put in before you blow dry your hair or whatever. And so that's when I mainly use it. I have not used it that many times on my dry hair, but I will say it didn't make my hair super oily the way you think it's going to when he did put it on dry. So it was interesting. But anyway, I use it before I blow dry my hair. And I've used several of these because I was a member of FabFitFun and got like a million always in those boxes. And I was just like, well, I'll use this one. I'll use this one. And I never noticed a difference in my hair until this one.
Okay.
And I love the way my hair looks. It looks, not that I have thick hair, so it doesn't look as big to me, which my hair doesn't typically look big. So that sounds weird for me to say, but I feel like it's very sleek and shiny looking and just, I don't know, does what I want it to do better when I use this one. Yes, it looks much healthier.
Also, if you hadn't said hair product and just said Paul Mitchell Super Skinny Serum, I would be like, I want that for my butt.
Yep.
Right. I was gonna say after, it does not make you skinny, although it kind of makes my hair skinny. Like that's how I want to describe it. Like my hair, like I said, my hair isn't big, but like I notice a difference. It's just way more sleek and shiny and healthy looking with this specific one. So there you go. If you want to try it, try it.
I probably will. I brought mine too, just because I really wanted you guys to see it, but I want to explain to you what it is first. So, I don't do my hair very often, but when I do, I use a flat iron. And always, I use it to straighten it. I use it to curl it. That's the only thing I typically use. And I got this mat from Amazon that you lay your flat iron on while it's cooling. And it also opens up into like a pocket so that you can use it to travel.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of those.
Let me show you. It's a silicone. I'm showing them, but it's like a silicone mat. And then it opens up and you put your tool like inside of this. See how neat that is?
Yeah.
So I got one for my daughter and one for myself. And they're literally $5, $5.99 on Amazon. Just a silicone.
Get one before we leave.
Yeah, they're so great. Everyone's traveling right now. I took it with me on the 2 trips that I've already been on. And yeah, I call it my flat iron condom. It's not what you would look up on Amazon. You would look up silicone heat resistant travel mat pouch. $5.99 comes in lots of colors. I just call it that because I'm immature. So I'll link that too. And you guys can, and Zaxop is the name of the store. But it's like, it pops up if you Google that or like type that in heat resistant travel mat, it'll come up as like Amazon choice. Okay. Like the top one, because I just did it this morning. So, but I'll link it too.
Yeah, because I find it's not always an issue, but every now and then, like you use one of your products right before you're supposed to leave. And how are you supposed to get that in your suitcase without burning everything?
Like, put a stock on it or there's options, but this is a great one and I like it. And my daughter uses it too because she uses that brush, that you use. It's like a heat brush. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And she's constantly just like leaving it where she shouldn't be leaving it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I got her one of those.
That's just like a reminder, like visual reminder, put it on
the mat. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, oh my gosh, it's a travel. I'm getting one.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I really might order one today.
Do it.
Because I know I'm going to bring at least that brush and my curler thing with me.
Oh, you might need to.
Perfect. I did not pack either of those. So.
Well, I wouldn't use both of them at the same time. So if I was going to use one or the other,
it also keeps your tools safe.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's like a rubber thing around them, so they're not going to get banged around.
Do you think it would fit both of those and that curler thing in it?
I do not.
'Cause I couldn't tell by the size of it.
No, I couldn't fit more than one thing in it.
Okay.
But it's $5.99.
Right. Yeah, I know. I could get 2.
Yeah.
I'll splurge.
All right, Kelly.
Oh, man.
Oh, okay.
People are waiting. I am.
I know.
People.
So much pressure now.
Yeah.
I'm sweating.
You want to do the giveaway one first?
No, I want to do my hair product going along with the hair product theme that we're going on right now. Okay, guys. I've been using this hair product for 30 years of my life.
Okay.
You might be surprised that it's still on the market.
I was.
Yeah. And I get made fun of for still using it because I used to use it in like middle school. It's called Sun-In.
Oh, I know Sun-In. Oh my God.
And I literally still use it, and I bust it out at the beach, at the pool, and I've got it down pat, and my hair just turns blonder, and I love it. It does not work great, I don't think, for people that have darker hair because I heard it turns it more orange. But for me, I have like lighter blonde hair or lighter brown hair, and it turns it blonde. And I've been using it forever. And I Googled it, and it was like started in 1970. It's still out there, ladies and gentlemen.
Can confirm. So I have a little one who has lighter hair than you, actually.
Yep.
And there's an all-natural version of Sun-In that's more like lemon-based. And I used it on his hair one summer, and it was white blonde.
Yeah.
But what was funny about his hair is so it's like was short on around the edges, like buzzed, and then the top was long, and it just turned the top white blonde. And the rest of it was like not quite as blonde because that's where the sun hits, right?
Right.
I
You got to get it real in
around.
there. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I bring a brush out and everything. It's a whole ordeal.
Nice.
She's like, spritz, spritz, spritz.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there is one that's like made for, it's a more like, it won't damage your hair. I don't think Sun-In damages your hair either, but
well,
this
I was
is, like,
going to say,
proven to not.
The fact that it's, you said 1970, so it's been around for 50.
Yeah.
50 years. I'm guessing it's probably not that terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. They probably changed up the formula a little bit. Like it's no longer.
Well, it's not something you use every day.
Right.
Yeah. But gets the job done.
I know. Your hair is lovely. It's
I was just
Thank you.
getting ready to say, and we can confirm Kelly has very lovely hair. So
well, thank you. Thanks, friends. So my other product is while you're absorbing all that beautiful sun in your hair and sitting in the pool and having probably a cocktail, and you want to play cards with your friend in the pool, the next product is that you guys are going to give away, I believe.
Yes.
Contribute to are waterproof cards.
I knew you were going to say that.
It is a game changer. You
no pun
can.
Intended.
Yeah. Didn't. Yeah, we were playing with our waterproof cards. The particular brand that we have used is Hoyle.
Yes.
And
that's what
they are great. They are great. You can play a bunch of drinking games or just like go fish.
Yeah.
Which could also be a drinking game.
Yeah. You can make anything a drinking game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's great.
We
You get a
play
raft.
Trash for every girl's trip that we go on, the three of us, we always play the game Trash.
Yep.
I don't know if anyone else knows how to play that.
Yep.
It's a kid game, really. But it's super easy to like stop and start. And so that's kind of why we play it. But yeah, it's great. You guys were playing Trash yesterday in the pool.
We were on a raft.
And we made it a drinking game. So whoever was left with cards in their hand had to take that many sips of how many cards were still upside down.
Yeah. Another game changer.
Dangerous.
It could be. We were taking small sips because we had to be okay. Anyway.
It was also like 2 p.m, but yeah.
But also we have realized tips to give you though on how to use them because they can be frustrating when you first get them, like with like shuffling them when they're wet and all that kind of stuff. And we've come up with a pretty good plan. Go ahead.
This is the system is they're easy to manipulate underwater. So you kind of stick them together while it's underwater, but then shuffle them outside of water.
And so then bring them back down to really push them back together into a whole deck.
I
You know
understand.
Yeah.
Yes, they do stick together when they're not underwater.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to remember that because we also play them in the pool. Me and my girlfriends at our pool.
Well, I kept doing it. Maybe I was drinking a little too much last night or yesterday because I kept doing it opposite. I kept shuffling underwater and then trying to push them together above. And I was like, wait a minute, opposite.
Yeah. I suppose a fun game could be too to get the kids involved. You could just throw them in the pool and have the kids just like fish them all out. That would be a great shuffling method.
That's true. It is a good shuffling method. If they don't stick together.
Yeah.
Find them in your filters for like years.
Right.
Oh gosh.
I found the eight of hearts.
We're going to give a deck away
Yes.
to a lucky listener.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So I don't know how we should do this. If maybe we have to say, which we'll have to post in our story or something, or, you know, for that week, like comment your favorite card game to play.
Yeah.
And tag a friend.
Right.
And then we'll pick a winner like the next week or something, you know, like
I love it. Yeah. See how fun our Patreon is, guys?
Yeah.
All these. So while
I'll be here more often. I'll be here all week.
So while we're on the topic, I also have something that I want to give away.
Okay.
So we'll have 2 giveaways
Mhm.
this week at some point. I read a book. It is a true crime book. I'm not going to do a case on this book because I don't know why. I'm just not. I wanted to read it for fun. I just didn't want to do a case on it and make it research, and I wanted to enjoy it, and I did thoroughly. It is called Picking Cotton.
Oh.
Either of you ever heard of this?
No.
Okay, listen. Let me tell you how cool this book is. So the book is about wrongful conviction.
Mm.
This young woman named Jennifer Thompson, was attacked in her home and raped at knife point and got away.
Okay.
There were multiple similar attacks. Like she literally woke up, was laying in her bed in the middle of the night, woke up, and there was a man standing there. So yeah, that's super spooky. So it happened to another woman who also survived. And then there was also one that did not survive, but very, very similar attacks. And she identified her attacker in a lineup, a photo lineup, and then a regular lineup. And she said that it was this man named Ronald Cotton. Oh, by the way, this happened in North Carolina.
Okay.
Like 40 minutes from where I live.
Yeah.
Ronald Cotton. That's that's who she identified him. He was convicted of both rapes and attacks, and he was sentenced to life in prison. He was granted an appeal at some point, lost that appeal, and got even more time. Got like life plus 50 years or something like that. Wow. Years later, 11 years later, DNA came out, and it was confirmed that it was not him.
Mm-hmm.
So he was exonerated and released from prison, and they did find the person who was responsible, who, by the way, also lived in the same town as him, and they looked really similar and were in prison together at one point, and he confessed. Like, you're in here for crimes that I committed.
No.
He was in jail for something else, for raping someone else, and he told people, like, that guy's a sucker. He's like living out my sentence. So everyone, like, the Ronald Cotton thought that it was him the whole entire time, and it ended up being that exact man who he thought it was. So Jennifer Thompson, the victim, wrote a book with Ronald Cotton, the man who she wrongfully identified as her attacker. They're like friends now.
Right.
And so it's called Picking Cotton. And it's from both of their perspectives. So it's like she'll do her perspective of the attack and like what happened that night. And then his perspective of like what he was doing that night and how police just showed up at his house and were like, hey, you did this.
Well, that's interesting.
And then all through his sentencing, all through his time in prison, the exoneration from both perspectives. And then they come together at the end and like kind of write something that's like the two of them. But like he's married now. He still lives in North Carolina. He has children. Their children are friends. He comes to soccer games. Like they're family, like part of each other's lives, which is insane and cool.
Right. That's
like,
really cool.
He's such a forgiving person.
Right.
To like, yeah.
Well,
So,
I mean, I guess like in a way, he probably is like, well, it was such a traumatic event. We did look similar. Like, I kind of understand why you pointed a finger at me, kind of thing. But
yeah, I mean, I think he has taken the perspective of we are both the victims of what this man did to you, and then ultimately what happened to me. But his wife had a really hard time with it. Like she was like pretty mad. At Jennifer for a little bit, like, how could you do this to him kind of thing? And he lost so much of his life and all this. But he was like 23 I think, when he got arrested, and then he got out 11 years later. So he was 32. So he was still a young man, but like all of his 20s, he was in prison for something he didn't do.
Okay. I swear, I was just trying to look it up. I swear it's either a podcast or a show I've watched, because I know that story specifically, like, because you said cotton. I was like, wait a minute.
Well, now I've told you about this book before because I got the book. I heard it.
I know, but I knew that
somewhere.
whole story.
Okay.
Not the whole story. Like, I'm just saying, like, all of it being like, she pointed the finger, but it was really somebody else who was in jail. And like, he ends up getting out, but I just cannot remember. I don't see it on here, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. But anyway.
Yeah. Picking Cotton. It's a New York Times bestseller. I will give away the book to someone who will enjoy it because it's great. It's a great book. I loved hearing from both perspectives. It's really well written. I was not bored 1 minute of the book. Okay. So cool. I'll give it away.
All right. Awesome.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. But trigger for rape, if that's not something you like to read, don't do that.
Right. Yeah. No.
Don't enter.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What else do we have?
Well, I mean, I have some like stupid random fun facts. Kind of. Although this one cut off. I didn't actually. Okay, anyways, this is one that I thought was interesting, and being that we just had like 4th of July a couple weeks ago, I never knew this, but did you know that apple pie isn't actually American?
No.
Like, you know, people are always like, this is as American as apple pie. Well, can't say that.
I've never heard that saying, honestly.
Really?
No.
Seriously? Okay.
No.
Well, anyway, it's out there, and you've been living under a rock. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, it's not, but people consider it pretty American. Like, they probably bring apple pies to 4th of July parties or like stuff like that, because it's like an American thing. Like, it's as American as baseball, like kind of thing. Like, yeah. But anyway, so it's supposed, there's like 3 things that they say. American, it's like baseball, hot dogs, and American.
Apples are Asian.
But okay, no, but it is. Apples are from Asia. Like, that's where they are from. And the first recorded recipe of apple pie was written in England.
Yeah, that was it.
I don't know when, but that was anyway. So I just thought that was like just silly interesting, but
it is.
And I'll just do another one since we're already long enough. And it's food related too. But it's Oreos. Did you know that you're like the way you eat an Oreo has like is like certain personality types?
Yes.
You did?
I've heard this before, yeah.
Yeah. And so they apparently they did a survey of hundreds of Oreo eaters. I don't know when, it doesn't say. But it says that they decided that biters, so if you just bite an Oreo, which I think is like the psychotic way to do it, Kelly.
I'll clarify how I eat an Oreo later.
Okay. I was going to say, we have to tell now how we all eat them.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, first, biters are easygoing and self-confident. So if you just like take a bite out of that thing, which I guess kind of makes sense.
Like right out of the package?
Yeah. Like take it out of the package, take a bite.
Okay.
If you dunk it, you display more energetic and adventurous qualities.
Okay.
And if you're a twister, you are sensitive and trendy.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll say I'm kind of 2 of these.
Same.
Because
I bet we do it the same way.
If I have, which I don't eat Oreos that much anymore anyway, but like if I have an Oreo and I just open the package and I'm just standing there, I will twist it and I'll eat the cream out of the middle.
Obviously.
Stop it. Don't. That's what she said.
Don't make eye contact.
You're so childish. But
they know we're immature.
Well, that's true. If I have a cup of tea, I'm gonna dunk that sucker.
In tea?
In tea.
No, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
You gotta have milk. If you're gonna dunk it, you gotta go milk.
Yeah. No, I don't like to drink milk, so I'm not gonna.
What kind
of tea? You just made it like wet and soggy.
Like unsweet, like tea, like iced tea?
No, hot tea.
Oh.
Yeah, no. So it just like disintegrates in your tea? Do you drink the tea after?
Yeah, but I only dunk like just one part of it in. And then I take a bite and then I eat the other one. So it's not like falling apart all like in there's really no crumbs in the bottom.
Enough, it's gonna be
it's literally a quick dunk.
Okay,
Guys,
well, you
gosh,
had
don't
me.
stop judging people.
You had. That's the whole point, right? We're talking about your personality. It's personal.
Wait, aren't dunkers sensitive?
Well, so dunkers are energetic and adventurous.
The twisters are the sensitive.
Twisters are sensitive and trendy. I'm not trendy.
Well, we have a podcast. You're a little trendy.
Okay.
So I was with you till the tea part. I twist. First of all, I would not eat an Oreo without milk. Like if I do not have milk, I don't even like milk, but if I don't have a glass of milk present, I will not be eating that Oreo. It is not worth it to me to get all that black stuff in my teeth. But I twist it, put it and eat the cream out and put it back together and dunk it in the milk.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I kind of like that idea.
Yeah. So I get both. So I eat the cream and then the part that's like hard to eat without milk, in my opinion, I dunk in the milk.
Isn't it fun when the whole cream comes off like in whole? You know what I'm saying? Like if you can get the whole thing off. Yes, it's just so satisfying. Anyways, go ahead. My dog just came down, so just so you're hearing that.
I don't do any of those options normally.
Yeah.
I normally just try to get rid of the evidence as quickly as possible, and I just put the whole thing in my mouth.
Oh, like aggressive. In one big bite.
It's an aggressive biter.
Throw it in there. Usually I'm a teacher, so usually if there's Oreos, it's like in the classroom, and I just have to like rush real fast, and I just throw it in my mouth.
Right. So, but that's, I think,
so thirsty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever have milk? No, Leah. Sorry, my dog is crying.
She wants an Oreo.
She does. She's like, speaking of, can I please have one? Yeah. I think that's an aggressive bite, though.
Tactic.
Like it's still a bite. It's just aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah, it's aggressive. I would say I do that, or I'm a biter. I don't think I've ever twisted an Oreo.
That's just weird that you've never done it.
Yeah,
strange. You should try it.
No. Or I'm a dunker with milk, but I like to get it like real soggy in the milk. Like not just like a quick boop boop. I like a soak.
Got it.
Those are very opposite. A little, like, you either like it to be super soaky or not at all. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm either in a rush or I got time.
No in between.
There's no in between.
The only Oreos I have upstairs now are those like the Oreo thins now. So it's hard to twist it. You can't twist it off.
Got to get the double stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I have a fun fact, a couple actually. It's about best friends. They're not like funny. They're just interesting that I thought was really interesting. So did you know that if a friendship lasts 7 years, it will likely last a lifetime?
Oh, I didn't know that was like a fact, but it sounds like common sense. Well, not common sense, but like pretty. Yeah.
And only 1 out of 12 friendships will actually last a lifetime.
1 out of 12.
1 out of 12.
I have a really good track record then.
Yeah. This is statistically. Also, and this is funny because we were just talking about Oreos, that your best friends can actually influence your eating habits.
Really?
Oh. I mean, I'm totally going to twist an Oreo now.
Yeah. So like if you have a friend who dislikes seafood, then and you hang out with them a lot and they're like your best friends, you will lean towards like not eating as much seafood. Or
when you're with them,
you have a in general, like it will influence your personal eating habits if they're like your best friends. Yeah, I don't know if it's like a chemical thing or whatever, but
I mean, I definitely drink more wine because of her. Shut up. It wasn't fault.
But if you think about
you
it,
drink red. You drink red. Wow, I can't say that. You drink red wine now because of me.
Well, yes, that is fact.
It's hard to say. Tongue twister.
Gosh, words are hard.
We all need to do like keto or something so that we can be really healthy together and influence one another, you know?
Yeah, I know. Well, and that's probably why they say like diet with somebody, because like if somebody else is with you, like you
makes sense.
Miserable together.
Yeah. Misery loves company.
Yeah, we'll just be here eating Oreos.
Yeah.
How's the diet going, Kelly?
I twisted it. Yeah, fun. Okay. That's all I have. Oh, one more thing. True crime related. Chad Daybell's trial got a date. Did you see it?
No, I did not see it.
Guess what date it is? April 1st.
Totally.
April
gonna get
1st, 2024. Yeah.
They're going to
And
come
it's
up and
the
be like, April Fools.
Yeah, right. Well, it is a joke.
Hmm.
It's the same judge as Lori Vallows too.
Yeah, well,
He's going to be overseeing his. So
good luck, Chad.
I know, sucks for that judge. But anyway, I just wanted to say that we keep people updated on the Patreon about Lori Vallow and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I wanted to keep the update going.
Okay. Well, great. Thanks for letting
That's
us
it.
know.
That's all I
We'll
have.
be sure to look for that cancellation of a trial.
The big joke. Either way, it's going to be hilarious. No, I'm kidding.
Yes,
It's not funny
yes.
at all. He sucks. Big
Yeah,
one.
I know. They both do. Stupid. You probably, do you know that one?
Nope.
No.
No,
They
no.
killed her kids
Oh.
and buried them.
And their
Oh.
And then-
spouses.
And their spouses.
Oh, no.
And they
And her brother. A lot of
Is this
people.
the one you did with your husband's?
No, it's not.
Oh.
No, we've not
we-
covered this one because we won't. It's just, it's
Oh.
stupid.
It's too big. But
Yeah.
but we will talk like it's like one of those like trendy and true crime kind of cases that people are following and like think OJ, Casey Anthony, like those real big
Yeah.
cases like that. It's like that right now. And we'll talk about it.
Mhm.
Just because we are aware because we're part of the community, but we won't cover something like that. No.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
So anyway. All right. Well, that's all we have for you. So if you did enjoy this, then you should go check us out over on Patreon because we do this, like we said, once a month. First Friday of the month is this chit chat, as long as I don't screw up the scheduling dates and
One
mix them up.
time.
I know I did it
One
one time. But we do this the first Friday of the month, and then our third Friday of the month, we do a crime episode. And so it's similar to what we do on the feed, except in our normal feed, except most of the time they're stories or whatever that we have chosen that we have been
they're
dying to do.
Personal to us, yeah.
Yes, for one reason or another, it's linked to us. And I don't know, it just feels a little bit different over there when we do them because sometimes they're just slightly different than the norm, like, oh, husband murdered wife and whatever. So,
Right.
yeah. So, like this month, that's going to drop actually this Friday after this episode is
Yep.
on this feed is not murder at all.
Nope.
And actually is debatable whether it's a crime.
Yep.
So it's interesting. And that's
I'm
all I'll give you.
intrigued.
Yeah, that's all I'll give you. So anyways, so go check us over at on Patreon if you want. Join $3 a month. Check us out on social media. Look out for those giveaways because we will be posting this week at some point about those.
Mhm.
And
Thank
thanks
you,
for
Kelly,
listening.
for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks
Love
for
you,
our
girls.
Favorite guest ever.
Yes, yeah. Well, she's been on twice, so
Yeah.
she's the only one, right?
I know.
Well, no, What Happens in the Woods has been on ours a couple of times. So sorry.
Yeah,
not-
yeah.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Anyways, all right. Well, thanks for listening, and always remember the world is scary. People suck. Hide in your closets.